When we're laughing, our minds open up and we're so much more receptive to all the elements around us, to how we feel. If we can engage play when we are eating or walking or lying, then we become a much more evolved human being, much more open. That openness allows us to dissolve the boundaries, to dissolve the disciplines, to bring community together, engaged and enlightened. It's that same playfulness that I believe in care, be it a patient in a hospital or a festival goer. If we can get them playing, they become a much more happy soul. And a happy soul has a much stronger immunity to life.
In Thai, pineapple eyes means ta sapparot. It's something my dad used to say to me a lot, and he still says it. If you have a pineapple, it looks as though it has many eyes. And the saying goes that with many eyes, you can see the world more fully. I think that's a very wise thing, and that's what we'd like to explore here, in this podcast.
My name is Abe Rogers. I am a designer that designs playful objects and spaces that encourage a caring community. Been doing so for more or less 30 years. Slightly ancient. I have always been a very playful person. Too much so. I got kicked out of many schools because I think I was too playful and very unacademic. I left school at 16. I used to sail professionally in my 20s. I was a carpenter and then got an MA at the Royal College of Art 12 years later. My background comes from many different places, but everywhere I've been and everything I've done very much influences the way I work and the way I see the world. It goes back to this idea of learning through doing, learning through playing, learning through being, learning through tasting, learning through smelling, learning through drinking. The studio is really interdisciplinary. We have many different people from different walks of life, poets, designers and graphic artists, as well as architects, interior designers, furniture designers. We come together. There is a lot going on. We design very high-end fashion, starting with Comme des Garçons in 2001. We worked for many years for Selfridges. We worked for Wonderfruit doing their festival, the Tate Modern retrospective on Wes Anderson for the Design Museum, an exhibition at 180 The Strand on video art. Maggie's, which are these non-medical cancer centres that really looks after the soul of people affected by cancer. What I'm most passionate about is the power that design can do to care for both the human and the environment that the human sits in. Care is wonderful, and being cared for is wonderful, and caring for someone is wonderful. That wonder is everything. Sensory engagement, for me, is where wonder comes from. Whether that's in a hospital or whether it's in a festival, I think wonder is something which brings delight to the body. I find daily wonder in the fishmongers when I go in and there's an incredible fish. That fish has been out swimming in the sea, and I wonder about the person that caught that fish. Hopefully in a small boat. This skill in this industry. And I really care for the life of the fish. Back to land. And I go to my favourite fishmonger, who's a very close friend, Brendan at Fin and Founder down the road, and I find this extraordinary fish. And the colours that you see in the fish, for me, that is wonderment. Colours are never more vibrant than they are in nature. And I bring it home and spend the night cooking around that fish, transforming the ingredients. And it's not that I'm a control freak, but I think as a designer, we are always drawing things that someone else produces. As a cook, I love the way things melt together and how you emulsify these different ingredients. And then I bring it to the table. For me, there is wonderment in that. Successful design is that same kind of emulsification. I think when things really work, it's because they've emulsified between the land, the materials that we've used, the craftsperson we've found, the brief that the client has given us. And for me, that emulsification is a key type of wonderment. Human alchemy is a great way of describing it. I think the most important thing is to be inspired by life. Wonderment can be found everywhere. We can be walking down the street and see something really funny happen. We can see something unexpected happen, and maybe wonderment comes from that, from the late night fox, from the flower growing between the paving slabs, the handkerchief of blue sky that appears through the clouds. These can all give us kind of moments where our heart slightly melts or skips. All of this fuels and excites the body and the heart. I suppose the wonderment comes from this triangulation of the body and the heart. What I'm really interested in is how we can build fundamental, real, significant ecologies of care. How design or architecture or even art can become more ephemeral. So we don't leave so much stuff behind, but we're borrowing from what's around and transforming and changing it. And it's these kind of circles of care of the community, care of the individual, care of the world, and how we can play between these circles of care. It's about creating, rather than just more, it's about creating pause, getting people to slow down and reflect. I think listening to the weather, I find an incredibly transformative thing. Opening the windows and feeling the wind come in, or listening to the rain pour down. And to have a space where you can lie below a skylight and listen to the rain falling, or feel the sun coming through. These moments where we can contemplate and listen to the environment around us. It can be a smell, it can be a taste, it can be a visual, it can be walking in the forest and seeing a poppy, rolling down a hill, sunflowers, eating something exquisite that someone has cooked and prepared for you, an incredible piece of art in a museum or beyond the museum. For me, there is wonderment in the ingredients of life.